Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today, FUT birthday turns the clock back 10 whole years. We're going to be using cards that we had in this game 10 years ago in FIFA 15, today in FC 25. Of course, it's for these big three right here that are coming today. We're all going to have a chance to use them and evolve them, and we're going to talk a lot about that today. Plus, the leaked SBCs. We thought some of the SBCs like Flashback Ronaldo were good during week 1 of this promo. Week 2 is bringing the promise of even better SBCs. Dare I say it, could week 2 content be better than week number 1? We're going to talk about that, and especially, guys, it's going to be a mad day for the market. Prices going down, but also some going up, and a lot of potential to make some trades and some profit. If you're excited for FUT birthday week 2, drop a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're new. Now, before we get into all the madness that's coming today, let's take a quick look back at yesterday's Thursday content, which did bring us, as promised, a brand new season. I know you've seen this season already. I don't want to belabor the point and talk too much about it, but just to drop a couple of pros and cons, what I like and don't like about this season. I like a lot of the players in here. There's definitely some cool ones. Florenzi, Hummels, right? Some very good boosts. Of course, these are all FUT birthday cards, so they're 5-star, 5-star. You've got Kone and you've got Curtis Jones here at level 20. Every 5 levels, you're getting a promo card or an option for a promo card. That's cool. Here's the first issue I have. Level 25, Balotelli and Willian. I would like to have both of these cards, please. Why do I have to choose between one or the other? I think both of these look really good and a whole lot of fun. Trickster Balotelli, 5-star, 5-star. But I bet Willian's got some of the most silky dribbling in the game, and he's going to be super quick with the acceleration, even though his pace is a little bit low. That's one thing that I wish we could have from these cards, is all of them, not just a player pick between one or the other. Level 30 here between Renato Sanchez and Kimpembe, 2 FIFA legends. Playstyles are a problem on the Ronaldo, though. He's only got 4 base playstyles with his 2 playstyle pluses. Kimpembe does look pretty good. And again, once we get down here to these levels in the season, are we still going to be thinking that these cards are good down the line? That's the one thing I'm a little worried about too. Capdevia and Nakata look really good. I think I'm going to take Capdevia here with Anticipate Plus, Quick Step, Relentless. Looks really good. Wish he had more passing playstyles. Nakata looks good too. Love the Evos in here. One is a 5-star skill move. One is a 5-star weak foot boost. And then here at the end, we have some good packs. I don't feel like the packs are crazy in this season, but they're definitely a step up from before. Last season at level 39, we had an 85-10. This season, we have an 87-10. That's really cool. And then at level 40 here, I also wish we had an icon pick. We got the 3 playstyle plus 99 pace Alawayrin, but is that going to be special 4 to 5 weeks from now when we are able to hit level 40 for the first time? Or is the 87 plus times 15 going to be a very juicy pack that we would love to get for whatever SBCs are out during that time? It's not a bad season. There's a lot of players, a lot of cool stuff in there, and maybe stuff that could be evolvable down the line. Worth getting for sure, but I'm just wondering how it's going to end up playing out with the power curve and other players that we'll have in our teams when we actually get to those levels to unlock those cards. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on the season there. Let's move to SBCs because it was a Player of the Month day. I guess the first of 2 Player of the Month days. We're having more Player of the Month SBCs today, but yesterday we had 2 with Amin Guri and Girassi. Both of them are pretty cheap. I think it's like 80,000 coins. Actually, it's 80k for Guri and 72k for Girassi. Girassi links to the upcoming leaked Adeyemi SBC that already has a lot of hype and he hasn't dropped yet. This is not a bad card. 92 pace and 93 shooting. I believe it's actually better than his FUT birthday card that is in packs, except he does not have 5-star skill moves, and he has First Touch Plus and Trivela, but I'm sure he's an absolute beast if you need a target forward. And Guri as well, with the Quick Step and the Finesse, he's 88 rated. I believe he can already fit some evolutions. If you're building a Marseille past and present, that's definitely a card you want to get. Not bad. Now, the most fun SBC yesterday was obviously the Ethan Mbappe duo player pick. This one's just fun. You kind of have to do it, at least in my opinion, because it's Mbappe. You could say, oh, I did the Mbappe SBC, right? Ethan Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe's younger brother, the center mid, the striker. I think the center mid's the play. It's only 85,000 coins. Pick whatever one you're going to have the most fun with. Stock it in the club. Try a few games of him. Maybe he fits into a cup team as your highest rated player if we have more of those down the line. Don't know if we're going to have another cup this week, as the first cup, I believe, is expiring. Actually, no, the first cup is still out during this week. That is not expiring today. However, I don't know. This one just seems really fun. I like this. It's cool. It's decent. He's got good play styles. 5-star, 5-star. You can't go wrong with either version. The center mid one, though, looks to be the best. Get that one done in the next 2 weeks that it's out. just for a fun card and to say that you did the Mbappe SBC. Now, the Evo that we had yesterday is yet again another paid evolution, and I'm really curious to see if week 2 is going to continue the daily SBC and evolution promise that EA put out at the beginning. I don't know if that changes because it's week 2 or if it continues. With the number of leaked SBCs we have, it looks like it's going to continue. Hopefully it does with Evos too, but maybe not as many paid ones. Another paid one here, the General. Big boost. You look at those upgrades there, plus 20 pace, 30 shooting, plus 40 composure. You actually get long ball plus and aerial plus as the 2 playstyle pluses from this Evo. You do get a couple of other regular playstyles in here too, like Rapid, Trickster, of course, and Power Header. With the big upgrades, I don't know about this Evo. It's not a bad one. It's really not, but the stat limits are literally, once again, what limit this evolution from being great. That's one thing we liked about the Evo that dropped 2 days ago. The versatile goal scorer had stat limits of 92 pace and I believe over 90 shooting as well. This one, we're stuck at stat limits of 88 passing, 89 balance, 82 agility. You do have 90 reactions, which is nice. Only up to 86 physical and 87 defending. That's just like, okay, I mean, you see the boost there, right? Plus 10s and 20s and 30s. It does feel like it's meant for a lower rated card. There are some good ones here, like you see the first couple that I search up, Guti, the Fred. Those are 2 of the most popular cards from this. If you didn't do the Guti SBC, incisive and long ball there. If you want a 99 passing Fred for Fenerbahce, who just got eliminated from the Europa League, was watching those penalties yesterday. That's a card you could create as well. Anticipate long ball. Pretty dope card. Again, I wish, though, if this was going to be made specifically, like it seems it's made for lower rated cards like a gold common or a silver even, with the big boosts that are here, I just wish that it gave more playstyles, because it's tough to play with a card who's a silver or a bronze who doesn't have very many playstyles on their card without getting some added. And there's some okay ones added, but I don't think it's enough personally. Now, this is one of the biggest cards that fits out of this general evolution, the General Evo. Bruno Fernandes, of course, gets the pace boost. That is one thing about this Evo that is nice. Good pace boost here. I believe his card is extinct on the market now at 290,000 coins. There's a few gems like that, but most of all, this Evo is probably one that you put on the back burner, wait for something sick to be maybe a chain here in the next couple of days, maybe with some FUT birthday evolutions during week 2. We'll have to see. For me, that's a wait 100%. As I'm waiting with a lot of these evolutions, it's always best to wait. But if there's somebody that you find that you enjoy, of course, go ahead and get it done. Put it in that Evo team, past and present, or the main squad. Let's talk about some market content. Again, before we get into the big news, we got to talk about how, once again, Division Rivals rewards wreaked havoc on prices of the Impact's promo team. Every single week, it's like, how much is the market going to drop on Thursday? Trent, 240,000 coins, down to 160K. That is a crazy drop. That just goes to show how good Division Rivals rewards are. Now, this week of rewards that we just had is kind of an anomaly too, because it's the last week of a season where most people are towards the top end of their division capabilities, if you will. We all got relegated 2 divisions this time around, which is kind of crazy. That might mean the rewards this next week are a little bit less impacting to the market, as we saw earlier on in the year, but it's still going to drop the market this Thursday as well. But look at these drops. If you were able to invest in any of these cards in the big drops that happened during rewards, you're looking pretty good. A lot of them have rebounded. Jude Bellingham was 1.05. He's now 1.2. Garnacho, Ruben Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold are up. Personally, for a lot of these cards, if you bought like Trent or Ruben Diaz or some of the most hyped cards in this promo team during the big drop yesterday, I think you could hold. But I bought some cards during that time frame, and I was just looking to get the quick flips out. I bought 2 Sophia Wilsons for 1.3 mil lows on Snipes. Just sold her for 1.5 million, and I'm good. I'm happy with the profits. But what I was not happy with the profits yet, because I'm still holding on to, is fodder. I just spent like 10 minutes buying and bidding on 90 rated fodder cards, specifically Harry Kane, because I was like, you know what, with the Yaya Toure upcoming, with all these SBCs, and of course now more SBCs leaked, it looked like fodder was a really good investment, and it looks like it really was. GG's if you got involved, because once again, the best Thursday investment, the easiest one to make, was buying fodder on bid during the rewards time frame. 90s went from 31,000 coins down to 25K. They're already back up. It's almost mirroring last week. It's actually a little bit different than last week, because fodder didn't drop that much last week before the Ronaldo SBC came out, but it's mirroring 2 weeks ago where fodder dropped. But it's also like last week where prices are just continuing to climb after Rivals rewards, because we have big SBCs that are leaked. If you have fodder, I think it's going to go up more today because of the big Yaya Toure and potentially other flashbacks and more SBCs that are leaked. I think fodder was the best investment, easiest investment yesterday. What I would say, though, is I think we need to sell it. Just like last week, we see the big spike on Friday after content drop here on these 89s, right? Fodder went up during the week with the leaks of Ronaldo. Ronaldo came out, boom, fodder spiked. It was high on the weekend. You see Courtois here started to go down on Monday. So I think with fodder, I don't know if Ronaldo has as much hype as Yaya, other way around. I don't know if Yaya has as much hype as the Ronaldo, but if you bought fodder, I would say it's going to be a good time to sell it tonight after content, as that's going to be a great time where a lot of people will be going out and doing SBCs, but you might be able to hold it longer through the weekend as well. It just depends on how many fodder FUT birthday cards come back in to bring more 89s, 90s, and 91s, and maybe even 92 rateds to the fodder pool of supply, which could mean less of a rise, kind of like we saw last weekend where the 91s dropped down because there were more 91s on the market, more 91s in this FUT birthday team. That could impact some of the fodder prices and hurt how much they could go up. Still, though, if you're in the money on fodder like I am, it's going to be a good time to sell that tonight with the big SBCs coming out. So once again, FUT birthday cards from Team 1 dropped. I still think those are going to be good investments and good cards to watch today, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's get into it, guys. What is coming today on Friday? Of course, we know the Doumbia, the Ibarbo, the Gervinho, the free cards, the one-in packs, the big SBCs that I've mentioned multiple times. But let's start with what's coming out before the actual content drop. Early content today is a big one. Mohamed Salah Player of the Month. Now, we don't know if he's striker. We don't know what his skill moves in his weak foot are. Hopefully, he's 4-star, 4-star. Hopefully, the SBC isn't too crazy if this is a card that interests you. Pinged Pass and Finesse is going to be very meta. Still don't know a price on this either, but this should be a content piece that is out early today before the content drop. I'm going to guess somewhere around, I don't know, hopefully like less than 1 million coins, but I could see them pricing it maybe a little over that. But hopefully, it's a little bit less than 1 mil. It just kind of depends on the upgrade. The Ping Pass is honestly pretty nice, and that's a card that a lot of people are going to want to use. He's got some of the best finesses in the game. Liverpool, Salah, you guys know the drill. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. Also early today, we're going to get road to the final upgrades. Danny Olmo, Odegaard, Digne, Witsel from the Champions League side of things are going to get +1s today. And for the Europa and Conference League side of things, Iñaki Williams is getting a +2. Gigo is getting a +1, and we've got Adley as well as Adrabayo that are getting +1s themselves. So that is what is going on here with those road to the final cards. Watch out for those being added to upgrades pretty soon into the day today. Now let's get to the big news that we're here to talk about, right, guys? Going back 10 years in time today is what EA is really doing. Guys, the card design is already in the game for the Streets Won't Forget. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. The Streets Won't Forget cards, right? It's here. And that's the FIFA 15 gold card design. Might look familiar if you played the game 10 years ago. And that's the whole point of the Roma Trio for Doumbia, Ibarbo, and Gervinho. Evidently, this is the design that they will have. I guess maybe during evolutions or maybe at the end of it. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out. But this is for those 3 cards that we get to Evo today. Evo card design inspired by the FIFA 15 gold card. That's just like EA with all the nostalgic stuff in this promo. It's just absolutely killing it. And this takes it to a whole other level. Like, this is crazy, man. FIFA 15, that just brings back so many memories. Now when you score with the Doumbia or Gervinho or a Barbo, it's really going to feel like you're playing this game 10 years ago if you were there for it. And if you weren't and you're going to experience this for the first time, go look at some FIFA 15 YouTube videos and experience it, what we experienced back then. I still have some sort of feeling that this whole evolution thing with these guys is somehow going to disappoint. I was thinking about it more today. It seems super hype. The league said they're all going to have 99 pace after we evolve them, and we're going to get to pick our own playstyle pluses. That just still seems a little bit too good to be true. Maybe it's not. If that is the way that it's going to go down, these cards are absolutely going to be in everybody's team or a lot of people's teams throughout the weekend as they get evolved, and it's going to cook prices. EA's not just going to give out 3 99 pace attackers and expect people to go and buy other attackers. We can't expect that, right? This is going to hurt the market still, which is why I'm taking a step back from trading with really anything today except for fodder until we get to the content drop. But that's what we're really watching out for today, is how many games is it going to take? What's the price as we upgrade these cards? as we get them for free, or we somehow get them. Again, there's been a lot of comparisons to the Zidane and to the Maradona evolution. So maybe even under like those tabs today in evolutions, there'll be another tab that's called like the Roma Trio or something like that. We got a lot of tabs now in Evos, and these Diego's Dreams are still here for 25 days. I don't think they're going to join Diego's Dream tab in here. I'm not sure where these evolutions are going to be, but this is very, very exciting because free cards are always nice, and especially ones like this with a lot of pace, really good stats for free cards, and maybe that potential 99 pace and choice of a playstyle plus that's been mentioned in the leaks. That has a lot of hype. So that's pretty big. I wanted to mention this as well. These are the official cards that are for FUT birthday versions of Doumbia, Abarbo, and Gervinho. These will be in packs. These are not the Evos. This is not the paid version of the Evo at all. These cards are in packs. And once again, I mentioned paid Evo. I didn't say this before. These are allegedly the free cards right here. We go from an 81, 82, and a 78 to 90s. And then maybe we can go on top of that with a paid Evo. That's the rumor and the leak there. So really interested to see how this plays out, but it's super, super awesome. In fact, just to have all of that there. This is the other big thing, man. This is the other big piece of content that a lot of us, myself included, are looking forward to today. Our fodder in our clubs is not ready. Yaya Toure. This is his official card. Maybe not the dynamic image, but the playstyle pluses and the stats. I don't know what price this is going to be today, but I think whatever price EA asks, a lot of us are going to be absolutely fine with it because Yaya Toure fits the meta of this game perfectly to a T. I haven't even used him this year, but with the 4-2-1-3 meta being super, super overpowered and a lot of people running that, maybe even other formations too with center defensive mids and center mids, this is just going to be an insane card. Pinged, pass, and bruiser, unbelievable. 95 physical. He's 88 and above in every single face stat. Yeah, sure, I would love to see the individual playstyles that he has because a lot of his other versions, he's got incisive, finesse, some version of power shot, trivela, and press proven. If we could add in maybe a long ball, maybe a tiki-taka is asking too much, but if we had a finesse and power shot regular, and it definitely need an intercept or an anticipate, maybe a jockey as well, and relentless. What's his stamina? Oh, this one's got 96. We would still love relentless because Team of the Year Rodri has high stamina but doesn't have relentless. And sometimes his stamina is cooked. We would love those additions of those playstyles. Of course, he's going to be 5-star, 5-star. That won't be a problem. I still think the price is going to be around 2 to 2.5 million. That would be my guess. And again, like I mentioned with fodder, I think fodder, guys, is going to go up after content today. The only reason it would go down is if this SBC is outrageously overpriced or something is wrong with it or EA drops some sort of crazy free tradable pack that brings a whole lot of supply to the market. I think fodder is just going to go up because we have the 8310, the 8314s that people have been saving. And as we're going to talk about, I don't think there's as many saved packs for today, but there's a lot of hype for this Yaya. And I think a lot of people, including myself, that want to get this one done. Now, I don't think he's the only SBC that we're getting today because last week we had Cristiano Ronaldo, right? And we had the Kai Havertz. So who's our other SBC going to be today? Is it going to be a flashback like we had last week with Cristiano Ronaldo? Well, we have the official stats for the Luisito Suarezito flashback card. It is pinged, sorry, not pinged, that's on Yaya. It is quick step and it's finesse plus. And if you guys think like me, I look at those stats right away and I somehow think to the Ronaldo card that I just did an SBC for last week. And if you compare the stats for Suarez and Ronaldo, they're almost identical. Like 90 pace, 93 shooting, 90 dribbling. It's literally -1s and 2s on this Suarez card. Suarez has 1 more pace. He has 8 more defending, whatever, and 1 more physical. That's pretty crazy. He's got quick step instead of rapid, but he still has finesse. I'm really curious to see the rest of the playstyles on Suarez. Allegedly, he's 5-star, 5-star as well. But he's got to be a lot cheaper, surely, right? Like, hopefully this Suarez card is like 1 million coins, maybe 750,000 coins, maybe like, I don't know, how many squads would that be? However many squads Havertz is, because Havertz was like around 1 million coins, maybe a few squads less than that for the Suarez card here. That would be ideal for a Suarez, who would be more difficult to link than the Ronaldo, and definitely a little bit less hype, because Suarez versus Ronaldo, you know, play the hype odds there, 10 squads for Havertz. So maybe it's like 9 for Suarez. A 9-squad Suarez and like a 16 squad or 17 squad Yaya Toure. That's a lot of fodder, all right? That's a lot of fodder and that's a lot of hype. These two hopefully will be our SBCs for today. But as I mentioned, guys, part of the excitement for me with what's upcoming with this team too of FUT birthday is also the other SBCs that are upcoming. We got this picture blown up big so we can all see it really well here. take a look at some of these names. Of course, the Tevez, right? This is his official card. These are all official leaked SBCs for week 2 of FUT Birthday. Kareem Adeyemi, 99 pace, 93 dribble. A little bit low on the shooting and passing, but he is going to be one of the first players to have low driven shot plus. He's got quick step plus as well. And as somebody who used Adeyemi early in the year, his pace is on a different level. He is so fast, it is disgusting. I used his track stars and I evolved him during Black Friday. Super crazy card there. Tevez looks solid. Again, 90 pace, 93 shooting, 90 dribbling. What's up with that combination of stats on strikers that are getting released? Tevez hopefully is a good one. Technical and power shot, by the way. Finally, he got rid of the relentless plus that his base card has. That's a W. Look at this set of center backs upcoming. Bremer, choice pick here. Kind of had Tapsoba last week. Bremer coming this week. I don't know about you, but I'm super down for this anticipate and jockey version with more pace, higher passing and dribbling, instead of this one with the intercept and the anticipate. That's an SBC that's maybe not coming today, but it's going to be upcoming later in the week. Excuse me. A couple of other leaked cards here. Espino, McGrath, and Doherty. These are definitely cards coming out on Monday for St. Patrick's Day. Martins, Van Leer, PSG links. Again, all these are 5-star, 5-star. Trinity, Rodman, and James Madison. Really excited for James Madison. Hopefully it's a decently cheap card. Finesse and incisive will be great for him. And then Trinity Rodman with rapid and the low driven shot plus. Again, 2 pacey, a left wing and a right wing players that have the low driven shot plus. Really curious to see how much hype that new playstyle plus has. We do have some players coming into the promo team today that are going to have that playstyle and playstyle plus as well. Really interested to see how that works its way into the game this weekend and how meta it is. But there's going to be hype for these 2 cards because these are 2 of the most popular Evo cards this year too. Rodman's been Evo'd so many times. People did the Team of the Year blueprint on her base card. Adeyemi has his inform and his track stars that were super expensive because of Evos. So those are very hyped SBCs. That Bremer, like, oh my gosh, that Bremer looks unbelievable too for a center back. That's the type of center back that a lot of us have been wanting. A stalwart center back in our team. He's probably not going to be that cheap. Brazilian and for Juventus, but that's a really hyped set of SBCs for this upcoming week. I think that's the real deal of SBC content there. Now, of course, we're not getting all of those today, but allegedly, as I mentioned before, it's a big week ahead of SBCs, and there's a crafting objective that's been teased. I don't think that would be today. That might be tomorrow, but that could be one of the reasons why EA made this daily gold upgrade repeatable 10 times per day to help us get gold commons so that we can do that crafting objective over and over and over in the crafting SBC over and over and over. So that's one thing to make sure to keep stocking up on as well. Now let's talk about the team of cards coming in packs today. Guys, there's so many leaks. It's crazy. We got to cover it all. EA actually posted a card yesterday. They said a taste of what's coming in this little video with David Beckham getting a slice of birthday cake. That's his card that is coming today. 94 icon Beckham with 97 passing. He's got dead ball and finesse. That is a part of the full leaked team of players. It's once again a massive team of players coming into this game today. VVD Alvarez. VVD, by the way, has intercept and anticipate is 95 rated. Alvarez press proven, but he does have the finesse shot plus. Musiala has low driven shot and technical. Sam Kerr, finesse and low driven. That could be a really insane card. Zaire Emery looks nuts with long ball and intercept. Yeah, Martinelli with first touch and technical. Here's the icons. Dalglish, low driven and finesse. That card's going to be expensive and broken. There's the David Beckham. Going down here a little bit lower, you've got Harry Maguire. Look at that card. Aerial, bruiser, 92 defending, 88 passing, 85 pace, and 93 physical. Sol Campbell. That's a nuts-looking card, too. No passing and dribbling, but all pace, defense, and physical. 94 defending and 95 physical. Wesley Schneider with incisive and tiki-taka. What a card as a center attacking mid. Mallory Swanson, Nico Williams, DeMarco. There's the Barbo, Jumvia, Gervinho, and Dumbia. And then, of course, some of the cheaper cards here down below. We have Toon, Lineker, Gavi, Inigo Martinez, Govu, Pinchon, Zaha, Serge Gnabry, Mateus Cunha getting another card. And then some other cards here down on the bottom. That Semenyo might be good for Evos with Power Shot and with Quick Step. Cascarino in here, Zubamendi, Paredes from Roma, Antonia Silva from the Women's Madrid team. That card looks pretty good too with Bruiser and Intercept, and Ricardo Carvalho. A lot of really good center backs here, man. The Ricardo Carvalho, the Sol Campbell, the Maguire. They don't look like they're going to be that expensive either. really good center backs, man. Really, really good ones in here. Inigo Martinez looks really solid as well. It's nice that we're getting some more defensive players, but still a very good team. I mean, sure, a lot of these cards are going to be expensive, but some of the ones here on the bottom are going to be cheaper and more packable. Hopefully, it's very similar to the pack weight and the supply that we've seen from team number 1. Now, one thing that I think is going to be different today about team 2 than 1 is, remember how last week we were on stream looking at the cards and we bought Trent straight away. Now, of course, prices have changed a lot, but we bought Trent at 300,000 coins, and an hour later, he went up to 450K. I don't think the new cards today in Team 2 are going to get packed as much as they did last week. Last week, there were so many saved up packs. There was a Ronaldo SBC that people probably went out and bought some packs for, and there was just so many packs that were open straight away. I think there's going to be a lot of packs open today too, but I feel like there's going to be less than last week. So I don't think that these cards are going to start off as supplied and get as cheap in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes and then go up before going down throughout the rest of the weekend. I think they'll still have some fluctuations and it'll be great to trade with, but I don't know if it's going to be as drastic. I just wanted to point that out because, of course, some of you guys probably remember that from last week. Last thing, evolutions. What are we getting for Evos today? Well, since we're getting the Roma Trio of those players involved with evolutions, I don't know if we're going to get any other content today in Evos. If we do, maybe it would be a training camp Evo, or maybe it would be a non-paid Evo, a free evolution. We'll have to see. We have a lot of evolutions that are available right now. I could really see it just being a training camp Evo. I don't know if they're going to give us more of the FIFA 18, 19, and 20 Evos inside of here for the cosmetic stuff. Those are going to be packs in the store too. We still only have the FIFA 18 pack in the store there. I'm not opening that one for sure, but I would watch out for the FIFA 19 and 20 pack to be added there too, because that's more cosmetic stuff that you can get. Really not sure on evolutions. Watch out for leaks around that today. It could just be something as well where it's like an objective Evo. There was a leak actually for an objective Evo where you could choose a playstyle plus. It was like whipped pass, technical, and press proven. So it wasn't the best playstyle pluses, but we love the opportunity to get a Evo consumable to put a playstyle plus onto one of our Evo players there. So definitely keep an eye out for the Evo leaks today, but really it's the SBCs and it's the Roma Trio that have a lot of the hype for me and I think for a lot of us going forward. Now, how is this going to impact the market? Like we talked about earlier in the week, really worried about how these cards are going to impact the market. Really worried about how this card is going to impact prices too. A lot of people are going to be selling their center defensive mids if they haven't already. Guys, for example, yesterday, Patrick Vieira's FUT birthday card, he was like 6 million coins. 7 million coins during the week. He went down to 4.8. Now he's back up a little bit, but a card like this even, I wouldn't want to hold on to him today with the Yaya Toure upcoming, or like a Schumann fantasy card. I'd be very, very careful with those. But I will say, out of all the cards today that would be good to trade with, just kind of like we talked about last week, the FUT birthday cards from Team 1, I think will be good investments and good cards to watch today if there is a bunch of panic after content because people are going and doing Yaya, going and doing paid evolutions for the Doumbia, Gervinho, and Abarbo. That could hurt the market. There could be some panic, and I think you could pick up on some of these in that panic. Same thing with the fantasy cards. I still think the live fantasy cards, especially ones that have games this weekend. You guys saw me buying these last week. I'll be watching these very closely again today, depending on how the market moves. Again, we're especially being careful with attackers because of those free cards, but you got to be careful with even defenders with all the good cards that are dropping in Team 2 and midfielders with the Yaya Toure. I think Team of the Year, fantasy cards, and FUT Birthday Team 1 would be the cards that you'd want to watch out for today. Again, Team of the Years because they have 3 playstyle pluses. Like remember last week specifically, I remember Cole Palmer. He was down at 1 million coins. He went up to 1.2 million in the late Friday night bubble. Remember, the late Friday night bubble is a real thing. You're going to be able to buy cards during the panic today, whether it's pre-content or after content. There's probably going to be panic happening before and afterwards. Then you'll be able to sell it 2, 3, 4 hours after content when Weekend League is open and everybody's going out, buying cards for their teams and playing games. So definitely focus on those cards. We'll be trading today in the stream. We'll be getting involved in all of that because Fridays are amazing days to make coins. I'm lazy listing some informs here, and I've got my fodder still as investments, a bunch of random fodder on my transfer list as we will hopefully do as much damage as we can to the Yaya Toure SBC today. But honestly, you guys saw those leaks. You saw the team of players that's coming in packs. Team 2, it's got a solid shot. Week 2 has got a solid shot at maybe being better than Week 1. The SBC content in Week 1 started great and then kind of fell flat towards the end of the week with a couple of good things here or there. It looks like team in week number 2 may be able to top that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the description. It's going to be a banger FUT Birthday Friday, second iteration today on Friday in FC 25. If you're excited for it, again, drop a thumbs up on the video, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in the streams today. Those links are down below in the description. Check out the other links down there as well. Appreciate all your support. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in a video tomorrow in the stream today. Have a good Friday. It's been TheFutAccountant. Peace out. Boom.